You're asking yourself about your special someone, your sweetheart. Is he or she actually completely sure about me? Or is he a little bit anxious, worried that he might lose you to someone else? Maybe you were in a relationship. Maybe it was always an on and off thing. You were in the getting to know each other phase, and now there might be a complete break in contact, or you're still in touch and something is going on. You can't really put your finger on it right now. And there's also the question, maybe in the past she was always sure about you, felt secure with you. And now, what's going on? Is something on her mind? No matter whether you're in contact or not, you're asking yourself, is he actually completely sure? No matter when he comes back, I'll be here. He can reach out to me whenever he wants. And maybe revive the old times, just getting in touch because he feels completely sure of me. And that's exactly what we're going to take a look at today. Dear ones, you know we're tapping into the energy of the present moment, the most prominent energy that wants to reveal itself. But you also know we are part of the collective. The character cards are gender neutral, and collective readings may not apply to everyone. And I know you do this so wonderfully, picking out exactly what's right for you, your own puzzle piece. And yes, no matter when you watch this video, I want to say this to you right now, because there's a message here that's important for you. So let's take a look now. But first, a very important, heartfelt thank you once again to all of you for your wonderful comments, for your presence. You are absolutely fantastic. You are wonderful. Thank you for being here. So we'll watch. Is he completely sure about you? Let's find out. Okay. Well, that's already a good start. We have the letter. So there's a bit of uncertainty here in the communication, something that makes him a bit doubtful as well. So there's something missing for him. I'd say something is happening here. Maybe he's also picked up on something from the outside. But it's about him, about his inner self, because he's also closing a chapter on something right now, a chapter of his own. And communication is already an area that's missing for him. Something is missing here. So he's not really certain, but there's something going on inside him. And a message. So I'd say energetically, that's the area we're in right now. Maybe he's picked up on something because something is on his mind. Something is unresolved here. Something he's picked up on. It could be from outside, it could be from others. Yeah, social media, whatever it is. But so there's always something happening very quickly. There's always some kind of movement. I'd say he's certain, uncertain, certain, uncertain. There's some kind of rapid movement inside him. And he's preoccupied, but something is going on within him. Yeah, something he can't really grasp, something that feels off to him. That's the tendency. So let's see what else we get. Yeah, as for you in that area, that's actually the luckiest card. And there's something you radiate, something here, you're like the sun. Now, figuratively speaking, let's take that with us, because there's this happiness and warmth as well. So something is definitely happening within him. And something very important that's being shown is that we have a very, very, very strong, powerful attraction here. The attraction, your charisma, the attraction, and he knows that too, that you have an incredibly amazing presence. And yes, it definitely occupies his thoughts internally. Your charisma, your appeal to the opposite sex. So, you know what I mean? There's already movement here. So it doesn't leave him cold anymore. We can already see a change. Yes, definitely. What has to do with you, he's preoccupied with it, your very being, you know, your appearance, maybe the way you approach people, or yes, in any case, what you radiate. And what maybe in the past always seemed completely normal to him or her. You were there and so on. He never gave it any thought. But now, on the level of consciousness. Then there's this awareness, something is happening here. And he realizes that, wow, there's something about your aura somehow. And as I said, maybe he picked up on something out there because he must have noticed something. How, where, what? We'll take a closer look at that in more detail. As you know, we're now going to dive completely back into the depths here. So he still keeps withdrawing a bit into this. Yeah. His own isolation. But something is happening with him because actually he feels lonely. Nothing is the way it used to be anymore. I see loneliness here. And it's also about the fact that maybe he set his own boundaries, but now it's time to cross those boundaries. So there's really a lot of movement here. And it remains exciting to see what else we'll discover in more detail. All right, so let's take a look at what's going on with this guy or this girl. Yeah, so he definitely noticed something. And inside him, that's where the change is happening. Here we can clearly see the inner transformation. And there is your activity, maybe. You're also not as present in the messages anymore, in the communication, you know? Maybe you're already shortening your messages when you do have contact. Or maybe you don't even reach out to him or her anymore. And that makes him suspicious of the whole thing. Something's not right here, you know, because there's something here that he's picking up on. Something that doesn't really fit with who you are. And maybe it could also be that you have a new hairstyle, for example, or a different clothing style because he saw you somewhere. He definitely noticed something. And things that maybe never mattered to him before when it came to you or what you do, what you're up to, where you thought, hey, he has to realize at some point, I'm leaving here, I'm doing this and that, you know? Or he doesn't notice anything about you anymore. That feeling you kept having, okay, now he really has to make a move if he doesn't hear anything from me at all. And all this time, he just didn't care at all, right? But not anymore, because now something has clicked for him. Now something has really sunk in, because for him, he's now reflecting on everything. What I told you earlier, what we saw, is showing up here very clearly again, the past. Everything that was always normal for him, like how beautiful you are, your charisma, that was normal for him. He was completely sure. She only wants me. I'm the number one here, her number one. But now it's not like that anymore. Maybe you posted something, you know, something, on the internet, like that you're taking part in this event, for example, or that you've been out and about somewhere, something like that. Or as I said, you don't contact me at all. Something is simmering here because he definitely has this thought. Is there another man? And he also kind of suspects it a little, you know? Maybe it's even that you say, hey, that's just a good friend of mine, right? Or it could also be your cousin or a brother he doesn't know about, something, right? Maybe he even sees you in public. He must have noticed something. Maybe he even saw you with someone. And now he's really struggling with it because it's public, you, another guy. Oh my God. And now it suddenly hits him. It's like a brief state of shock for him. Oh my God. Because now he becomes aware of your charisma, right? And now he's also looking back, wait a minute, and I rejected her. She's already said a few times that she's doing something, or I noticed it. Oh my God, how long has this maybe been going on? Because he's terribly afraid of losing you. He already has abandonment issues anyway, and now he's really not sure about you anymore. What he might have always done before, putting his ego trip out there. For everyone to see, that's now completely gone because now it's jealousy, pure jealousy. And that really puts him under pressure. Who's there? What could it be? And he's no longer sure that he can always get you back. Because, as I said, he's replaying everything that's happened all this time. And he senses and notices, he even picks up on something, that you've changed. That maybe there are messages. So, as I said, maybe at that point he didn't realize it. But now it's hitting him. Hey, wait a minute, right? As if he's really picking up the phone and looking, wait a minute, she did write something. There was something there, wasn't there? And then now it dawns on him. And he's really, truly scared. Especially because he's not so sure of himself anymore. He doesn't really see himself as the absolute hero here, or the big shot, you know? So we're not on that track anymore. We're not in that lane. Because now he's also starting to feel a bit of that, you know? If she's happy with someone else now, maybe she wasn't even happy with me. Maybe I wasn't able to make her happy. A lot of things are dawning on him. He's really not sure about you anymore. And he definitely picked up on something. And yeah, he's also thinking about how he can best get back in touch with you in a subtle way without it being obvious that he's jealous. Because now, his hunting instinct is really being triggered, or hers, and he's incredibly curious. His curiosity is very strong, and he doesn't trust the whole situation anymore. So now he's really suspicious. It could also be that someone else told him something like, hey, I saw so-and-so outside, you know? There was some group and there were guys there and so on, things like that. He picked up on something. It could also be something work-related, you know, that he heard something at work. And now he's becoming aware of the whole male world, like it's suddenly hitting close to home for him. It could also be that someone said, you know, so-and-so works there. For example, like, wow, she's really amazing. And I'd really like to ask her out on a date, you know. Let's see. And he picked up on something. So here, it's definitely not just passing him by anymore. Definitely not. Because he's also realizing that he has feelings for you, and it's not just friendship, that casual, superficial attitude he may have always shown you. No, it's the complete opposite now, because he's really becoming aware mainly of how intense the feelings involved are, what he never wanted to see all this time, what he kept pushing away. He ran away from love. He ran away from the relationship. It could also be that you were in a relationship. Then suddenly, in a panic, a rash decision. Break up. No, it's fine like this. Everything's okay, right? And maybe he got in touch here and there again, just whenever he felt like it. But now, something is different about you. And even if you have no contact at all, as I said, he senses something. He picked up on something. That was the trigger where he says, phew, maybe it's been going on for a long time. That's possible too, no matter how long it's been. But, of course, you are no longer his. It's not a given that you're there. He's really afraid that he's lost you. Did I put it correctly in this area? And that really puts him under pressure. This feeling, he really doesn't know what to do. Communication will definitely take place. I see that between the two of you. And how you respond is entirely up to you. You decide whether you still want him or her. You decide whether you want to engage in communication, maybe even meet up. That's all completely up to you. But inside, there's a lot going on with him, because now he's constantly watching. What are you doing? What are you up to? By the way, he'll also ask you that, but there's still a bit of a barrier there. I don't see anything really direct. So more like, I don't know, not just through a back door. Yeah, we'd need about 10 of those, something like that, right? And while he also speaks, when you're communicating, you can pretty much assume, kind of hinting around, that he wants to ask you, but it's not just a hint. It's a whole flower bed I've got here. That's how he tries to make sure nothing is noticed, you know? But he's getting soft. He's getting soft. And what's also being shown to you here could be social media or something like that. So I'm already keeping an eye on him a bit here, you know? Maybe you've even blocked him, right? Or maybe your friends or whatever. It doesn't matter at all. He's really trying to find something out here. And I see him a bit frustrated on his own because somehow he's not really getting any information anymore, you know? So just keep doing exactly what you're doing for yourself. And as I said, it's up to you to decide whether you still want him or her or not. But regarding the question, am I a given for him? Is he completely sure about me? No, he definitely isn't. I want to emphasize that very clearly because he really already has another man on his mind. You know? Whether he knows him, has seen him, or just senses that someone else is coming. Because now it's starting. He's really beginning to realize what you're like. So now he can remember your eye color, maybe a dimple in your face, your hair color, or how you like to wear your hair. Basically, everything. Because now all the little details are coming to him. Details he hadn't really noticed or paid attention to before. As I said, he used to be sure of you, but he definitely isn't anymore. Just take a look at this, please. It's absolutely fantastic. We have the heart here because there really is love involved. What did I tell you here? That love, the heart, you know, the feelings, they're really starting to go into overdrive now. I see a lot of activity on the heart level here. And also a heart opening, right? Because now he knows what he wants pushed aside, especially when it comes to relationships. Or, you know, no more relationships. He is no longer in this area. No, right? Now it's more like, wow, I want her. So I also sense a bit of a childish attitude here, kind of like a stubborn kid in this area with this defiant, no, there is no one else. No, and I want, you know? But that's actually a good thing, right? As I said, it's your decision. Yes, we have the heart, we have love. So more and more love is coming into play here. I mean real love, compassionate love. And above all, enduring love is also being shown, the affection, your warmth, the affection towards you, especially what you have always given him or her, your helpfulness, your presence. Simply this love, this warmth. For him, you are the planet of happiness, which he actually pushed aside here and maybe even trampled on, always being sure. But a planet of happiness is always there. My gas station, my energy station, right? But now, somehow the energy station is closed. He notices that, right? Maybe he kept trying, but it was always closed. And now he's like, damn, right? I can't get to it anymore. And now he's really starting to take action here. And who is he dealing with? With you. And if we look at this connection, his love belongs to you. It's there. And now you are a very important part of his life. And the love for you, this connection, because he knows, as I said, who you are, what you give from your very being. And above all, how much love you have always given. And maybe he kept pushing you away, made it a secret. Especially when it comes to love, he kept it a secret. He really made it a secret. And maybe also to the public, that he never really wanted to reveal that you were there. Only within a certain circle, you know, that you were always allowed to move within. And beyond that circle, no, that was his own domain. And now, oh my God, now he actually wants to announce it to the whole world, right? But first he has to reconnect with you here. Whether you'll still let him reconnect, as I said, it's your decision. Dear ones, I thank you all from the bottom of my heart for watching and wish you a wonderfully beautiful rest of the day. Feel warmly embraced by me, all of you. Goodbye.